Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. I promised yesterday that I was going to keep it a Jamie Vardy free day, which I did, but today, unfortunately, I can't. Vardy's all over the news again today. Jamie Vardy apparently has told his teammates that he's 80% sure that he's going to stay at Leicester. Apparently, that's what he said to his teammates in the England training camp ahead of their game tomorrow night, that he's 80% sure he's going to stay. This is according to the Evening Standard newspaper. Maybe they got a couple of words from players there. Again, this is one of the reasons I feel that Vardy should have made his decision before going to the Euros. He should have said yes or no, either way. It's going to be with him. I said this right from the start of the week. This is going to be with him now right throughout the tournament until when England come back. That speculation is going to be following him all the way. Vardy, how can you concentrate fully on your game when you've got this hanging over you? You should have made the decision before you left. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. But the other interesting thing that happened yesterday was that Leicester made a apparent bid for for Troy Deeney. This was reported by by Sky Sports News, that Leicester made a £20 million bid for Troy Deeney, which has been rejected by Watford. He's still got like a 3-year contract, but we're being told that Troy Deeney wants to join Leicester. Of course, Leicester now have got Champions League football and probably going to up his wages as well. But Watford at the moment are saying they're not willing to sell and they're willing to try and hold on to their man. Very interesting. I did say, and I'm not trying to be an ITK here, but I think I said this about a week ago. I said that I'd heard that Troy Deeney is the guy lined up to replace Jamie Vardy. I heard it from a very good source. I said it on, if you rewind, look over the shows, I think it's about a week ago, I said this. I came and I said it on the show that I'd heard this rumour. And then for that bid to go in yesterday now, it makes things really interesting. Why are they bidding for Troy Deeney if they've got Jamie Vardy? So I don't think it's as clear cut as what we're reading in the Standard, that he's saying he's 80% sure that he's going to stay or go. Again, as I said, he should have came out and just made it clear, I think, before he went to the tournament, so that he could end all this confusion. But this is going to be a story that's going to run and run and run right throughout, right throughout the Euros, which get underway today. Now, if we don't go in for Jamie Vardy, if Jamie Vardy does decide to stay at Leicester, we're being told that Arsenal are going to turn back attentions to Alvaro Morata. We all know the Morata thing. I think a lot of the problems with the Morata deal is that it's so complicated. In fact, that even though he's at Juventus, Real Madrid got this cheap buyback clause, which they can, bring him back and then sell him on for loads and loads of money. So it's not a straightforward deal. Does look like Morata will be leaving. Lots of clubs interested in him. Chelsea, a lot of the big boys. When we heard Man United are even interested in him. I don't know where they're going to put so many strikers. But there's definitely an interest with Arsenal. I was told a few weeks ago that it was target number 1. Doesn't seem to be now. It seems like Vardy is. But will be a complicated deal. But again, this is one that's going to run and run. And interest will only grow throughout the Euros, because Morata, along with Paco Alcácer up front for Spain, they're going to be the two main guys. So we might see a lot of Morata in this tournament. If he does well, that price might even go even further up the roof, and there might be even more clubs interested in him. So Alvaro Morata is going to heat right up right throughout the Euros. This is another player at the Euros, going to be featuring for France tonight. Not sure if he'll start or not. N'Golo Kante was being bigged up by Arsene Wenger yesterday. Arsene Wenger had said lots and lots of nice things about Kante. He was talking on beIN Sports, where Arsene Wenger's a regular pundit. And he said, I admire and like N'Golo Kante a lot. It gives you ideas. He gives you the feeling that the higher the level he plays, the more at ease he is. He is a massive fan of Kante. Hence now speculation blowing up all over the place again that Arsene Wenger might move in for Kante. I don't know. The fact that we've got Granit Xhaka, would we get Kante as well? But certainly, remember Kante's words. He's happy at the moment. And a lot of people are looking on it and thinking that of all the Leicester players likely to leave, Kante's probably the most likely to leave at the moment because there's so many clubs interested in him. Chelsea, PSG, I think Arsenal do have an interest. If you hear Wenger going on like that, I'm sure if that release clause was like a 20 million, which we're being told, he might swoop in and try and make a move for Kante. So again, going to be interested to see how he gets on in the tournament, how much he features. And again, if Arsene Wenger tries to make a move for N'Golo Kante at the end of the tournament. Another guy who's been talking quite a bit is Kalidou Koulibaly. Koulibaly, who plays for Napoli, linked heavily with Arsenal. Again, linked heavily with loads and loads of clubs, this guy. Centre-back, imposing, had a great season for Napoli. And he's quoted of saying, I've got 3 years on my contract. I've had many offers on the table and I want to make the right decision from financial and a sporting standpoint. Many great clubs want me and I've had no news from Napoli. I get the impression that I may leave. I want to keep growing and I want to keep growing by perhaps going abroad, were the words of Koulibaly. So Koulibaly is definitely, talking up the fact that he could be on his way as well. We need a centre-back at Arsenal. It would make perfect sense for Arsenal to go in and get somebody like Koulibaly, but let's see what happens with that one. Again, the thing is about these players, are so many teams after them, bidding wars happen. Napoli, hard club to deal with. He will be very expensive. But let's see what happens with that Koulibaly. As he said there, he's got quite a while left on his contract as well. So lots of room for negotiation and for prices to be pushed right up. Right, let's just have a look what you guys have had to say in the comments yesterday. Just before I do that, I've got to say a special message going out to Jacob Ansell. I hope you got my message yesterday. I tried to send it back to you. I got the request, but the message kept bouncing back. But I know you've got heart surgery starting today at the Royal Brompton Hospital. Best of luck with that, mate. I hope it goes really, really well for you. Get well soon and keep us, let us know how you progress. Big gooner. So all the best to you, Jacob. You're definitely in our thoughts and prayers as you're going for that big operation. Right, let's get into a couple of comments here. Random Gamer 1203 said, if Henrik Mkhitaryan joins Arsenal, do that and Aubameyang might join Arsenal as well. I don't think it quite goes as simple as that. He said there's also Marco Reus, since he's German, and he'll have a great relationship with Ozil. You want all of Dortmund, don't you? You want to bring that. You want Arsenal to be the new Bayern Munich, just buy all Dortmund's players. Paul Pert Smith says, Robbie, why have you got to dig out Jamie Vardy's wife like that? Isn't she under enough pressure? Boy, I didn't dig out his wife. I just said that apparently his wife wants him to move to Arsenal. He wants to live in London, probably, shopping, etc. That's a bit sexist, isn't it? Maybe I'll reverse that. It's not every woman who just wants to go to London for the shopping, but there are some. Shopping is an attraction. There are better shops for ladies in London rather than shopping in Leicester, and that's no disrespect to Leicester. Eddie Torres says, I feel like we should get Gabriel Barbosa from Santos. He's young, a great dribbler, has pace, which we need up top, and can score goals. He's currently playing for the Brazilian national team in the Copa America, and he even scored already against Haiti. Now, I'm not being funny. I think I could have scored against Haiti watching them, right? But yeah, listen, we've been linked with Barbosa. He's a guy that they're calling the new Neymar. So, listen, we've been linked with him. We have to wait and see what happens. I think it's a tentative link, that one. Stan Kroenke, get out of our club. That's the name of his handle. He says, I'm hearing that Manchester United are interested in Mkhitaryan. We better get the deal done quick as he's quality. And that's true. Manchester United are apparently interested in it. Manchester United is interested in everybody at the moment. Manchester United also got lots and lots of money. We saw last season how they splashed the cash. They'll do the same again this season because they're trying to get back to the top. So listen, it's not going to be easy to buy some of these players. The guy's right. We've got to move fast if we're going to bring in these players. Mkhitaryan would be a great signing, I feel, for Arsenal. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens. The Euros starting today. France get it underway. We'll get to see Giroud and Koscielny in action. Good luck to them too. I hope they do really well. Incidentally, we did a video yesterday taking a look at players, Arsenal players that are playing in the Euros. So check that out here on Arsenal Fan TV. Also get over to my brand new channel, Man Like Robbie. I've done a rundown on like some of the biggest teams at the Euros: England, Germany, France. I recorded it over in France, actually, in Paris. Check out those videos if you want to find out about the teams and their chances of winning. That's all over there on the Man Like Robbie channel. Thanks for watching. The Euros on the way today. Looking forward to it tonight, and we'll be back round about the same time tomorrow.